record them on tape. What you are seeing here is arguably one of the most compelling ghost videos ever shot. This ethereal humanoid figure appears to be closing fire exit doors at the former castle of King Henry VIII in London, England. Closed-circuit security cameras at Hampton Court Palace caught the eerie apparition in late 2003.
Hampton Court has a history of being haunted. There's no question about that. People have experiences at Hampton Court.
Top parapsychologist Lloyd Auerbach says that strange environmental conditions, either from nature or from a ghostly presence, have been detected at the palace, which has a tragic history involving horrific deaths, imprisonments, and even beheadings.
Richard Wiseman, a colleague of mine in England, set up a major investigation there and did find some unusual, natural phenomena that accounts for some of the experiences at least. I don't believe they account for all of them. But between electromagnetic fields and low-frequency sound, which can cause people to experience unusual sensations and even hallucinations.
However, the events surrounding the extraordinary filming and the entity caught on camera were not hallucinations. The palace security staff had become concerned about fire exit doors that flew open on consecutive days for no apparent reason. After closing the doors the first time, palace guards reviewed the security camera footage and were surprised to see the doors swing open with no one in the vicinity. But when the doors inexplicably opened the next day, the guards reviewed the security footage again and were astonished to see this frightening entity clearly stepping into frame, pulling on the two door handles. Auerbach's colleague Wiseman has told the world press he believes this is one of the best ghost images ever presented because it's not ambiguous and clearly a solid figure, not blurry and not a reflection. Also, it's doing something that, quote, has an effect on the real world, closing heavy doors. In addition, it remains an unnerving mystery why the ghostly figure looks transparent, showing what could be a skeletal structure, and why the spooky face in the Hampton Court video seems unnaturally white and simply doesn't look human. Interestingly, in 2006, another ghostly image was recorded by a security camera at a court of a different kind, the Lincoln County Courthouse near Charlotte, North Carolina. Staff working there reported seeing ghostly figures, and this eerie apparition of a woman seemingly writing on a notepad could be proof that the courthouse is indeed haunted. Security staff there told the news media that as the courthouse was closing for the day, their attention was drawn to a mysterious image of a person seen on the monitor showing the clerk's office. When two security guards were sent to the locked room to investigate, they seemingly walked right through the figure behind the counter, as the video recording shows. As the room grew dark at sunset, the image vanished after lasting more than 20 minutes. 5 people in all saw the image live on the TV monitor as it was recorded. Astonishingly, yet another surveillance camera captured a baffling, ghostly image in July 2002 at an auto wrecking yard in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Could this startling video actually show the ghost of a young woman killed in a terrible auto accident, like the victim's father believes?
There was a man whose daughter died, and the car apparently was at the wrecking yard, and somehow thought that that was his daughter, and that, I believe, may have been very much wishful thinking.
The ghostly footage was shot at Puckett's Wrecking Service, where an employee saw this translucent figure appear right in front of her eyes on the security system's monitors. The video image appears erratic because Puckett's surveillance camera records only a few brief frames per second. While Lloyd Auerbach doubts there's anything tangible pointing to the ghost's identity, he does find the footage itself compelling.
The fact that the witness actually saw the figure on the security camera on the monitor at the time that the footage was being shot is interesting. It means that this figure was reflecting light. It means that there was actually something physically present.
Though some skeptics have claimed the figure could be an unexplained video artifact or the product of a cleverly staged event, the footage remains a baffling enigma still being studied by paranormal experts around the world. But this isn't the only compelling ghostly image filmed near a wreck that was involved in a dreadful car crash. November 1998, Pawling, New York. 58-year-old grandmother Rose Benvenuto had a horrific car accident when she swerved in an effort to avoid a stray dog.
I hit the railing, the airbag inflated, and I don't remember much else.
Looking at her wrecked car, you'd never guess that anyone could get out alive. But in fact, Rose walked away with hardly a scratch.
I guess it was a miracle that I did survive.
Rose believes that this provocative and chilling photograph may explain what saved her life. It was taken by Sharon Boo, a photographer at the local fire department.
I've taken hundreds and hundreds of photographs, but I've never come across anything like this.
Following her normal procedure, Sharon photographed the wrecked car from several different angles. But it was only in this shot that something inexplicable appeared.
This photograph contained a ghostly figure outline of a person. You could see through the ghostly figure and still see the automobile.
As incredible as it sounds, both Sharon and Rose believe the image in the photograph is indeed a ghost, one that saved Rose's life.
I feel she had an angel looking over her shoulder.
Was this mysterious image simply a camera trick or something Sharon created when developing her photo?
And I do not develop my own photos. I just take them to a 1-hour photo developing and have them developed right away.
In fact, the ghostly outline does appear on the negative of the film. Surely a mystery and difficult to fake.
If someone did say that this is a hoax, I have to differ with them. Since I am here, I have survived that accident. There is this proof on the photo.
Colorado Springs, Colorado, 1996. Alleged ghosts caught on tape are said to take on many shapes and forms. This video of mysterious moving lights is from a security camera set up outside the home of Stephen Lee.
Well, we were scared as hell when this first started because never in my life we had anything like this happen to us, not even remotely.
Lee and his family became concerned when they began to see strange apparitions.
We've had so many things happen here that's so unexplainable that what would shock you is pretty much normal, everyday things to us, you know.
Look closely at the tape. Rather than burglars, Lee caught something much more puzzling, bizarre lights appearing in front of his home.
They went through all these trees out in here and then out by my satellite dish here and then just zigzagged all around. They kind of hovered in front of the camera for a while, you know, like I was looking at the camera lens.
Notice how unique the lights seem. They swim back and forth, leaving a trail in their wake like miniature comets. Here, two of them merge into one, then disappear. These strange lights are called orbs, says university professor and ghost hunter Renee Horath.
They're balls of energy that actually reflect light and that move around, and we associate this with spirit phenomena. It is interesting also that the orbs come in different shapes. That is, I would say, the most common type of apparition that we get.
Apparition or not, Tim McHugh, a top visual effects expert whose work has been seen on The X-Files, finds these lights baffling.
It seems to be a reflection of a light somehow, or an intense light burned over a scene, but I can't explain how it was done.
And other unexplained orbs are apparently recorded on tape all over the world. Sao Paulo, Brazil, 1998. This home video was shot by a 10-year-old boy. It shows a mysterious glowing light hovering over a suburban neighborhood. You can see the orb move from one side of the street to the other, close to houses and light poles. It moves slowly, deliberately. Michio Kaku, professor of theoretical physics at the City University of New York, finds this video perplexing as well.
Obviously not something done by a flashlight or a spotlight, because it seems to have an intelligence. It seems to have a guiding pattern.
But all that glows might not be ghostly. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, March 1999. These headlight-looking lights were videotaped by Dave Oster, president of the International Ghost Hunter Society, at a site in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where ghosts of fallen Civil War soldiers supposedly have been